Welcome back to the Say It With Your Chess podcast. We say what we mean and mean what we say. What's up, y'all?
Yeah. Feels like I'm harder than death. Feels like I'm harder than most.
Welcome back to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you will be notified whenever I go live or drop a video. Now let's get into it. We have a case coming out of Alabama. What investigators uncovered in Bibb County, Alabama has deeply affected the community and drawn attention across the state. In a quiet rural area, authorities say a serious criminal investigation involving children was taking place out of public view. Today, we're breaking down what officials have shared so far, the arrests that have been made, and where the case currently stands. Bibb County is a small, rural county located southwest of Birmingham, Alabama. It's a place where most people expect peace and safety, which is why this case has been so difficult for many residents to process. According to law enforcement, the investigation began after reports were made to child welfare authorities. Those reports led local and state agencies to work together and look deeper into the situation. Investigators say they uncovered evidence that children were being harmed over a period of time. Officials allege that an underground storm shelter on private property was connected to the investigation. Authorities have not released specific details in order to protect the victims. Law enforcement has confirmed that multiple children were identified as victims in this case. Because minors are involved, their identities remain protected. Officials say the children have been removed from unsafe environments and are now receiving care and support. As the investigation expanded, multiple adults were arrested. According to court records, the charges include serious felony, offenses related to child abuse and trafficking. Officials have stated that some suspects are facing numerous charges, and that additional charges are still possible. At a press conference, the Bibb County Sheriff described this case as one of the most difficult investigations of his career. Authorities emphasized that the investigation is ongoing and encouraged anyone with information to come forward. Court proceedings are now underway. Some hearings and documents have been sealed due to the involvement of minors. All suspects are presumed innocent unless proven guilty in a court of law. This case has caused concern and heartbreak throughout the community. State leaders have also weighed in, calling for stronger protections for children and stricter penalties for those convicted of crimes against minors. While this case is difficult to discuss, awareness is important. Protecting children must always be a priority. Updates will be shared as new information becomes available. Thanks for watching until next time. See you on the next video upload.
Out of Bibb County, a fourth arrest has been made in connection to the ongoing child sex abuse investigation involving an underground bunker. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson joins us now with more on the charges.
Muriel, the Bibb County District Attorney's Office confirms to me that Timothy St. John was taken into custody today. He's now facing a long list of charges, and officials say some of the alleged acts happened inside the same bunker that's been at the center of a months-long investigation. Now, this is ABC 3340's drone footage of that bunker. Now, according to the DA's office, St. John is charged with rape, sodomy, human trafficking, kidnapping, bestiality, and cruelty to animals. This comes after 3 men were previously arrested as part of the same investigation. All 3 of those men face multiple charges as well, including rape, sodomy, human trafficking, and kidnapping. Again, investigators allege that some of the offenses took place in the same underground bunker on Aaron Road in Brent, Alabama. Now, authorities have not yet said how St. John is allegedly connected to the other 3 suspects or whether additional victims have been identified. The investigation began in early February. Since then, authorities have made multiple arrests and filed several felony charges, yet key details surrounding the case are still unclear.
Keep the kids in safety.
The Bibb County Sheriff's Office says it opened an investigation on February 4th following a report related to child abuse involving an underground bunker near Brent. That investigation led to arrests of these 3 individuals. All 3 have been indicted on various felony charges, including rape, sodomy, human trafficking, and kidnapping. Court filings allege the incidents occurred between January 2024 and early 2025 and involved at least 5 5 children, all under the age of 12. The court documents indicate that William McElroy allegedly acknowledged having inappropriate conduct with a child. Dalton Terrell reportedly admitted to unlawful sexual activity during an interview with investigators. And Andres Trejos Velázquez is accused of distributing explicit images and facilitating contact between victims and others.
They need to be put away and stop all that violence going on with these little bitty kids. You'll never know what they might do to little kids these days.
While the charges are detailed in legal documents, many aspects of the case remain unknown. Some of the questions we'd like to ask investigators include, was anyone else involved? And how were the children identified or contacted? We reached out to the Bibb County Sheriff's Office in an effort to get an answer to those questions, yet we were told that Sheriff Jody Wade was out of the county and unavailable for interview. We will continue to ask questions.
3 of the 7 suspects charged in a disturbing child trafficking investigation out of Bibb County faced a judge for the first time today instead of a bond hearing. All 3 chose to stay behind bars. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson was there and has the latest.
What was scheduled to be an Anna's Law bond hearing for 3 of the 7 suspects charged in connection to alleged child abuse and trafficking out of Bibb County ended quietly. Rebecca Brewer, Ricky Terrell, and Sarah Terrell all waived their right to bond during their first court appearance.
It's not the norm, but it does happen from time to time. This is probably the first non-murder Anna's hearing that resolved itself that fast.
Each of the 3 faces severe charges, including human trafficking, kidnapping, rape, sexual torture, and child sex abuse. Before entering the courthouse, Rebecca Brewer told media, "I didn't do this. I love my babies." Inside the courtroom, Ricky Terrell was overheard telling his attorney, "I've never touched a kid." He also asked an officer if he could hug his wife, which that request was denied. Despite the quiet courtroom behind the scenes, the investigation is very much still moving.
The public should rest assured that the majority of the perpetrators that have been identified are either in custody and charged or will be very soon.
So far, authorities have identified 10 child victims ranging from ages 3 to 15. Most are under the age of 10. Investigators say they were drugged, restrained, and taken into an underground storm bunker where strangers would pay to abuse them in what they described as appointments.
Whenever you have cases that involve children victims or child victims, it shocks people to the core.
The next court date for these 3 suspects is set for August 21st, a preliminary hearing. Until then, they remain in custody without bond.
When I tell you I feel like I've seen it all and heard it all, this is shocking even to me.
The investigation into an unthinkable child abuse case in Bibb County is far from over. 7 people are behind bars accused of horrific crimes against children as young as 3.
Authorities fear more victims are out there and more perpetrators, too. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson spoke with a trafficking expert. And Gracie, she is shedding light on just how deep this kind of abuse can run and why early recognition and recovery are so difficult.
Muriel, yes.